Let's get to the teasers. Sharp, I haven't heard you in a while, a little bit. What's your teaser bet, best bet teaser of the week? If you have more than one, let me know. Let's run it.
Yeah, we're going to do the first one right off the bat. Everything settles pretty early, so this one should be good. By Saturday afternoon, you'll know if this bet hits or not. We're going to take 3-team, 10 points. You take Memphis down to -4. You take Maryland down to -4.5. And you take Penn State down to -4.5.
Teaser bet. We're gonna go. Ooh, hit him with the 10-point.
Yeah, and I like combining these things. You're going to see kind of how I do teasers a lot of the times throughout the year. I tend to target spreads that are the same. So all these spreads are sitting at 14, 14.5. The books are telling you how they see it. And so these are the games where I tend to have a good feel when the spread's about 14. I tend to pretty kind of know what Vegas is seeing here, and I agree with what they're seeing. So I just think it's a little risky to have these, especially the hook. The hook could scare you on Penn State and Maryland, which is why I only gave out Memphis straight up because the push is there, and if you wanted to buy the hook, go for it. But, man, I love this teaser.
Let me challenge you a little bit on the Illinois and why not go Penn State straight up here?
Because I am a little concerned in the interior offensive line of Penn State. I think they're fantastic on the tackle spots. I don't think interior-wise they're great. And we simply just haven't seen their quarterback have to deal with pressure in his face. I do think he's a good player, and I do think Drew Aller makes Penn State's offense a little more elite, and the ceiling's higher than it's been in several years. But we just haven't seen two defensive tackles get in his face like Illinois has the capability of. So I want to see that first, which is why I feel a little bit better about the teaser. But if it is going to cover, I do think it's because Penn State's defense just dog walks Illinois.
Yeah, I think so too. I was wondering about Penn State straight because of
the weird thing about Illinois is it can be super windy. I've gone to several games there where that wind, the stadium's open-ended and the wind whips from the direction that it's open. I've been to some games when Terrell Pryor was there and Troy Smith was there at Ohio State where you literally couldn't pass because it was blowing like 30 sideways. And unless you were downwind, you just couldn't pass. So that could be maybe I will check weather right before kickoff. And if the weather's looking lousy, I'll probably stay away. But if the weather's looking good, I probably will right before kickoff maybe look at taking Penn State.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because I'm thinking back about that Kansas Illinois game, and I felt like Kansas controlled that game, almost all the way to the third quarter. I think there was like a long kind of weird run by Illinois, but other than that, I understand Daniels was back, so that was a huge boost for Kansas. But I feel like if the other kid played, the backup quarterback to Kansas that showed out game one, I feel like it would have been almost the same result. With Kansas just dog washing Illinois like that. So I was looking at this game, and I know obviously the books put the hook there as well for a reason, but Penn State's better than Kansas, right? We do all agree with that.
Yes,
right?
But I think Kansas's offense is I think their play caller and their scheme is better than Penn State's. I think Penn State has more talent top to bottom, and I think Penn State's defense is obviously night and day better than Kansas. But if you're just giving me pure play caller and scheme, I will take Kansas's play caller and their misdirection. They pretty much run the Kyle Shanahan offense, right? There's someone screaming in motion pre-snap, which makes you react to that. And then they go full spread off that. Penn State does not play that way with Drew Aller. This is going to be more traditional drop back. So I do think the matchup is favored for Illinois to keep it a little closer with their defensive tackles, but I could be wrong there, and Penn State could just bombs away.
Yeah, I brought up the team total just to get a sense. That's 16 and a half is this. If it was 17, I would really like it.
Yeah, I was hoping for that Carolina Panthers team total 17. I couldn't believe Vegas hung 17 and a half for the Panthers week one. That's besides the point. That was a great bet by you. I tailed you on that. That was awesome. I was hoping for that same thing here. If this thing was 17 and a half, oh gosh, I would unload. But 16.5. I don't know.
Yeah, Diddy, talk to me. I know you got Penn State in the teaser as well. What you think about looking at this game a little bit more from a lean or even a straight up possibility here? Do the books have this game pegged right? I mean, it is in Illinois. Weather factors, obviously coaching factors, but Kansas State. I mean not Kansas State. Kansas is whooped on these boys. So I
Yeah,
mean, I don't think it's going to get any easier with Penn State coming into town, right?
I try not to weigh as much weight as who they played and how they played prior. Like I'll look at it and say, oh, and I look more focused on the team itself that I'm looking at, and that's Illinois. How did Illinois play against Kansas? Not how Kansas did against them, right? I
Yeah.
just think Illinois defensively just not strong like they were over the past 2 years. Like that was where they
Hmm.
were leaning really heavy on
Their
was their
secondary.
defense and their
Secondary.
secondary. And half them dudes are gone now,
Gone.
right?
Yeah.
So I think that's where you're gonna have the issue. But to
Sidney
Sharp's
Brown,
point,
baby.
And
Penn State
Jartavius
plays
Martin. Jartavius Martin's balling for the Commanders supposedly.
and to Sharp's point, I think Penn State plays a little bit different offensively. They like to
Hmm.
hit you with the run a little more, kind of control the line of scrimmage up front, and then beat you from there. And once they wear you down, then they'll expose you. And I think in this game, like you said, you're going to Illinois. It is a Big Ten game. Illinois have fought Penn State tough. I want to say last year, I think it was an overtime game. So they are a little familiar with Penn State. For me, they're a teaser and they're on a 4-point teaser. I know Penn State's going to win this game.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I'm taking a 4-team teaser. I'm bringing them down to 1.5 points. Just so I don't have to worry about any other bullshit. Just in case any type of, like you say, weather elements happen, can't throw the ball. Now it's a tight game, but that run game for Penn State is going to dominate this game.
And that run game for Illinois without Chase Brown's not there.
It's not there.
It's not there. Like they're making their quarterback throw it 45 times, and I like him, but Illinois is not going to win games if their quarterback's throwing 45 times. They're just.
What was the score of this game? Well, obviously there was a different team from Illinois because they had some NFL stuff.
Yeah, different defense.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Illinois put 5 dudes into the NFL. Like for them, that's like a all-time class. Like they don't do that.
Illinois won 20-18 in 2021 last time they played.
Yeah.
So that was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever, 2 years ago.
I wonder if there's some value here on the under.
Yeah, I'm not going to dig too much, man. Like I said, for me,
Okay.
I'm going to put Penn State into a teaser.
Yeah, I like the place. No, I like the.
I
like
did
the
just
play.
look, and the weather looks good. It looks like it's going to be 75 and 7-mile-an-hour winds, so that favors Drew Valor for sure.
All right. No, I mean I like the play. I think Penn State is obviously a valuable option for all teasers, just from the breakdown we did. But looking at this teaser right here, I like this bet as well. We talked, we already gave you a side on Memphis from a double dipping with that from a straight play. We had talked about Maryland right on the pod, and then obviously the Penn State talk as well. So I think that's a solid teaser, 10-point teaser as we look at the line here. Everything gets to 4.